But right now, let's take a look at some amateur boxing. We've got Robbie Lovato, who fights for JFK out of Santa Fe, New Mexico, taking on Joe Galarza, who comes all the way from El Paso, Texas. He fights for Rocky's Boxing Club. This is the 119-pound open division action coming to you from the East San Jose Community Center in Albuquerque. And there you see Robbie Lovato climbing through the ropes into the ring. He's the first to enter the ring, and he'll be facing El Paso's Joe Galarza here in the 119-pound division. This is the open class division. And now you see Joe Galarza climbing in on the other side of the ring. We're just about ready to get this action underway.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
The bout is underway now. The bell for round one. Robbie Lovato in the white top, taking on El Paso, Texas, Joe Galarza in the black top with the blue trunks. And immediately the two get right down to the action. A couple of fast-handed fighters right now, and you see Robbie Lovato with some good-looking combinations. The referee is Mario Galucci, another fine amateur boxer from the state of New Mexico. Joe Galarza representing Rockies. There's a good left hook to the body by Galarza, but look at the action. Both hands flying from both men now. And Lovato now landing with both hands, Galarza answering right back. So these two didn't waste any time jumping right on each other. They've only got 3 rounds to do what they're going to do. And they're doing it. Robbie Lovato with excellent foot movement. He was beaten by Jesus Banuelos Jr. of Albuquerque for the state Golden Gloves. And right now he's taking on a very tough, excellent boxer from Rockies in El Paso, Texas, Joe Galarza. This will be the final bout of the evening here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, and we hope that you enjoyed that boxing match between Albuquerque's Steve Barreras and Arizona's Jimmy the Jinx Hillhouse. That was a wild one. And of course, looking back at the amateur days of Steve Hindy was a lot of fun too, as well as the music video we put together for you featuring Kid Dynamite, Danny Romero. And right now you see Robbie Lovato moving forward, being pretty aggressive with Joe Galarza. Robbie with great footwork, but not only does he have the movement, he's being the aggressor as well, and Galarza being kept back on his heels now. Look at Lovato scoring with those shots. Good combinations, like I said, good fast hands. Robbie, one of the oh man, a good right hand from Lovato. Galarza tries to answer now with some uppercuts and hooks, but Robbie really scoring good with that punch that he landed, and keeping his hands high and keeping his head moving. He's a hard target. There he comes it again, and another, a left hand now. Galarza coming up short on the answer. Robbie Lovato right now looks like he's in control of this first round. Ooh, another good right hand from Lovato landing. And another one. The right hand's getting in now from Robbie Lovato out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. And the Texan now taking some good shots from New Mexico's Robbie Lovato here in this opening round. I think Galarza needs to let his hands go a little more. He's been taking too many shots from Robbie. And there's the bell to end the first round. So the 8-Count Boxing Hour bringing you some amateur action here from the East San Jose Community Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And in the all white is New Mexico's Robbie Lovato with a very effective opening round. The two came out fast, but it seemed that Lovato was able to sustain the attack throughout the round, and we have to give him that opening round. If you have any comments on the 8-Count Boxing Hour, questions about any of the fighters you see here, or anything to do with the sport of boxing, drop us a line at P.O. Box 91801, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that zip code is 87199. And one more time, we'll give it to you. Get your pencil ready. And that address is the 801 Albuquerque, New Mexico. Zip code 87199. We love to hear from you. Drop us a line. Every letter will get a response, and you just might pick up some autographed goodies or boxing cards or whatever we have handy for you, as well as a copy of the Pro Boxing Update. But right now, Robbie Lovato and Joe Galarza going to war here. Lovato looks like he's feeling pretty good. Look at that movement now. Coming forward with a double jab. Follows it with a right hand now. Very slick boxer, Robbie Lovato. A lot of experience, a lot of good boxing in that head of his. Again, working off the jab, and Galarza just kind of coming forward and taking shots, although he is blocking a lot of the shots. There's some good movement from Galarza now as he bends down low to get underneath the attack of Robbie Lovato. There's a good jab from Lovato now. Uh-oh, getting a little sloppy here. Referee Mario Gallucci gets in to separate the two. Oh, and there's a good right hand again from Robbie Lovato. Robbie's been getting that right hand in with regularity. He's so quick. His hands are lightning quick, and there's not much Galarza can do to stop him. I think Galarza needs to keep his hands a little bit even higher than they are now, because Robbie's able to sneak that right hand in there and the left hand when he wants to. The two exchanging again now. The Albuquerque crowd here tonight has been favoring the Albuquerque fighters, but when it's Santa Fe against someone from another state, they immediately switch over and get behind the New Mexico fighter. And in this case, it's the man in the all-white, Robbie Lovato, again with the fast hands. Look at that. Beautiful work, execution being performed by Robbie Lovato. Really looking sharp tonight. And Joe Galarza has caught him at a bad time. Robbie's right on top of his game tonight. Again, working off that jab. Oh, a good left hand now from Galarza. That kind of stopped Lovato's attack, but Robbie very smartly steps back and boxes a little bit. He's been winning the second round, so he can afford to box and move a little bit here. And now Robbie with his hands low, look at him, just taunting at Galarza. A real flashy style on the part of Albuquerque or Santa Fe's Robbie Lovato. Again, Joe Galarza trying to get rough, and that's the bell to end the second round. So we have one more round to go. The second round was a little bit closer, but we still have to see it in favor of Santa Fe, New Mexico's Robbie Lovato, and we're running short on time, so we're going to go right to the third round now. Joe Galarza in the black top with the blue trunks, yellow headgear and yellow trim, and his opponent in the dark headgear with the all white and the red trim is Robbie Lovato. Ooh, and again, a combination ending with a good right hand from Lovato. And Galarza now coming back with some strong shots of his own. Robbie now tying him up. The ref gets in there and breaks the two. This is the 119-pound open division. This is the division that gave us the sensational Kid Dynamite, Danny Romero Jr. This was his division. He was virtually unbeatable at that weight as an amateur, winning 127 out of 132. And two of those losses, one in the U.S. Olympic trials, and the other one was a tough loss at the box office to Sean Fletcher. Again, Robbie Lovato staying on the outside, moving his feet as well as his hands, and Joe Galarza just kind of stalking forward. hoping to land a big shot and change everything around, but he would have to win this third round big. We have Lovato leading this fight on our scorecard anyway, very unofficial. The first 2 rounds, he's really been putting on oh man, look at that right hand lead from Lovato. We were just saying he was really putting on a nice boxing exhibition here tonight. And you can see for yourself that he's really looking sharp tonight. And now Galarza holds, so Lovato just bangs him to the body. Again, the right hand gets in from Lovato. Robbie really looking sharp tonight. Another right hand. Look at the speed of his right hand. Robbie Lovato just sticking that jab in there with lightning. There's a good left hand again. Another left hand and a right by Galarza. Now Galarza getting Lovato in a little bit of trouble here. Robbie's been cruising and Joe Galarza gets rough with him now. And there's another little left hand that tags him. So Joe Galarza coming alive at the end here. Oh, Robbie again with that quick right hand. Kind of switching up, leading with his right foot all of a sudden, kind of going southpaw and switching back to orthodox. Robbie Lovato with a real big bag of tricks. We're going to go immediately to the decision at the conclusion of this bout. As we're just about out of time for tonight's show, we will give you that decision immediately following the final bell. So Robbie Lovato and Joe Galarza locked up in a good one here. And let's get the decision.